the head of our UN peacekeeping force in Cyprus. He's going to say a few words, and after we're going to open for a couple of questions.
Good morning. Is it still morning? So I just had a very good meeting with the Security Council. You can't hear me? I just had a very good meeting with the Security Council. A lot of questions, a lot of support for the work of the UN in Cyprus. We talked about the work of the peacekeeping mission and, as I say, very strong support for our work. Obviously, there were a lot of statements welcoming the appointment of the new envoy, personal envoy for Cyprus. And as I say, just, I think very good supportive interventions from all members of the Council.
Did you discuss the situation in the buffer zone?
Yes, we did.
Can you tell us who is responsible for this situation?
Well, as you know from the reports of the Secretary General, there are a number of issues in the buffer zone that challenge us, and this was something that we, Secretary General, emphasized in his report, and that was the basis of the discussion with the Council.
Thank you very much, Edith Lederer from the Associated Press. Can you tell us what the prospects are for renewing talks between Northern Cyprus and the Cypriot Republic? And is this something that's even in the offing in the next year?
Well, I wouldn't want to preempt the work of the envoy because that's precisely the question that she will be focused on. But I can certainly tell you that the UN believes that it is possible to find a mutually acceptable solution to the Cyprus problem. We have not given up after 60 years. We are marking 60 years in Cyprus in March, which is a very unhappy anniversary, and it's a reminder that this problem has gone on far too long. And we certainly believe that there is potential, which is why the Secretary General has named an envoy, and her job will be precisely, I think, to try to move forward.
Just a quick follow-up. What are you yourself going to be doing to promote this?
To promote a solution? Well, it's an excellent question. You know, in Cyprus we have two missions. We have a peacekeeping mission, and we have what's called the Good Offices mission, and I lead both. Now that there's an envoy will be a major concerted effort on the Good Offices side, but the purpose of the peacekeeping mission is to avoid problems in the buffer zone that could disrupt a political process, and ideally to create conditions that would be conducive for such a process. So that's why we have this dual effort. Even on the Good Offices side, a lot of work is done all the time to try to build bridges between the sides, build confidence, create a positive environment so that the envoy in her engagement can find some opportunities to move things forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Question?
Thank you, sir. This is Sherifa Chitan from Anadolu. Going back to the report of the peace mission, it contains details of the physical intervention by UNFICYP to the Pile Road project, and it also makes references to certain violations that were carried out by the Greek Cypriots, both in Pile and also other parts of the buffer zone, including the large complex of the University of Pile. And it's also mentioned that UNFICYP has made certain engagements and has protested these violations of the Greek side, but to no avail. So I'd like to know, what are your continuing attempts at preventing these violations, and are you considering a physical intervention like you did in Pile?
Well, our role is to try to maintain the integrity of the buffer zone and to especially to maintain the military status quo as all part of an effort to make sure that tensions don't rise and create problems. At the moment, we are facing increased tensions. And what that means is that we have had violations to the buffer zone on both sides. And in fact, there's been an escalation in recent months, which is well described in the SG's report. That is a no-win situation, but it just escalates tensions and creates problems for everybody. The peacekeeping mission looks at every case on its own merits, and one of the mistakes that is made is to equate different things in different parts of the buffer zone. There are different issues, there are different historical facts, there are different sensitivities, and the reason that we intervened in August in Pila had to do with the specific sensitivities of that particular area. Every other incident is weighed on its own merits, and we protest in different ways according to the situation. But absolutely our purpose is to convince both sides that it's not in their interest to undermine the UN's authority in the buffer zone or to degrade the integrity of the buffer zone itself. Thank you very much.
Is it safe to assume that none of the violations of the Greek side pertain to any of these sensitivities? So they were all without any sensitive issues?
It's never safe to assume. Thank you.